live?
No, it's not live. It's not live. It's a recording.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you're gonna. Yeah, okay, all right.
And when I'm gonna upload it. Anyway, let's just
Sure.
start. Hello,
Perfect.
Herbert. Thank you for joining me today. You're from the band April 21st. And can you please introduce yourself to the audience and say, what you do in the band and where you're coming from music-wise. I'm pretty sure you have played in other bands, and what's your musical taste. Just give us a little bit background information about you, and then we talk about April 21st.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much, Tobias, for
You're very
having
welcome.
me. Happy New Year's for
Yeah,
you
yeah,
and your
exactly.
family.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes,
Same to you.
and congratulations on your work.
Thank you.
Yes, congratulations on your work supporting the underground scene. I think it's
Yeah.
very important. It's very difficult for all of us to, get the attention of the public that we kind of deserve because we
Hmm.
work so hard on this.
Hmm.
Well, I play guitar. I have been playing guitar since I was 13, I think. And well, over the years, I have the privilege to study with some great guitarists here in Brazil and abroad. I've been in London in 2014 to study music.
Wow. Cool.
And yes, and then, well, I've been inspired by guitarists like Paul Gilbert
Hmm.
from Mr. Big, Steve Vai, of course, Jason Becker, Mark Friedman from Megadeth, Dimebag Darrell from Pantera,
Hmm.
and yes, I mean, of course, Eddie Van Halen, which I really love it. And yes, that's my background as a guitarist. So, but my band, we play like a metalcore, and then I started to change some things on the way I play because for example, we play on a drop guitar, the drop tuning, and we play some like the sound is really heavy compared to this guitarist that I told you.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And I try to adapt my style. I try to pick one thing of each guitarist that I like and try to put on our composition. I
Hmm.
think
To
it's
make an
working.
amalgamation or a mixture of everything and
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes. And then I found the band in 2016. I came back to London, and then I found the band, started to write a couple of songs, and then that's it. We are here today.
Hmm. Okay, so you are the band leader. It seems like you are the music maker. So you make the songs, or how does the music process happens in April 21st? Is you come with a riff, and then the drummer puts something into it, and can you just walk us through how you create a song?
Yeah, well, this process has changed over the years
Hmm.
because the band lineup changed.
Yeah,
Used to
I
be
read I
a,
read this. You changed quite like two people or something. You exchanged. You're the only recurring member.
yeah, yeah. It was like this. I wrote the first songs by myself,
Hmm.
and then I kind of hired some people, some supporting musicians here in my
Hmm.
town to help me record, and then I had the support of some friends, and then we record our first EP, which is called Remains,
Hmm.
and it has 5 songs. I wrote all of the songs, and then after the release, which was in 2018, I guess, yeah. Um, Another friend like joined the band, like a bass player, a guitarist, another guitarist, second one, and a drummer, and
Mm-hmm.
also the singer, which remains in the band after the recording. So we used to work as a 5-piece, like 2 guitars, one bass player, one singer, and one drummer. But over the years we changed, and now we are a 4-piece band. Like
Mm-hmm.
I play guitar, there is a singer, which is another one. So yeah, we changed like twice, I think, 2 or 3 times. We changed the band lineup, but we are together. This current lineup, we are together like 2 years now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It has working. And then, well, as I said, our first EP, I wrote the 5 songs by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, but I created some drum lines on computer, and then
Mm-hmm.
the real drummer went to the studio and put his feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, with this current formation, we have released 3 singles.
Mm-hmm.
Resilience, which
Mm-hmm.
was released last year, and this year, I mean, Resilience was released in 2019,
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
like
okay,
two
yeah,
years
exactly. We
ago.
are not now one
Yes,
year further. I know.
yes.
Mm.
And then last year, in 2020, we released Coldest July, and then we released the song. I think it's We Are the Difference.
Exactly.
You
I also
stream
know
it on
Cold of
your
July, and
YouTube channel.
I just put
Oh,
We Are the Difference back into my playlist. So
cool,
you're in my playlist again. Um,
awesome.
yeah, no, it's a really cool song, and but before we get into this, I just want to know. So was it? How do I phrase it? So you kind of started the band, so you're the band leader in a way, you know. But was it a conscious
Yeah.
decision that you wanted to do it like a solo project, or now it seemed like it evolved to a real band that you have more constant people, because like you said in the beginning, you hired the people, so was it a conscious decision that you wanted to do it alone? Or was it just because you couldn't find people who you really clicked with and you were kind of in the same mindset as you?
Well, this band is kind of my life project,
Mm-hmm.
and but it's really difficult. And I think now I find a way. Like I created this band, and we are working so hard, and I find a way to. I never thought as a solo project. I
Mm-hmm.
always thought as a band, but I think you were right. I mean, it's very difficult. It's very hard to find other people,
Mm-hmm.
to play with you. People that are interested in your music, in your style, in your ideas. Beginning, when I wrote the songs, I showed them to a lot of people, especially singers, and I heard a lot of no's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not interested. I don't like this song, or maybe I do like this song, but I have another project, so I don't want to compromise. I want to
Mm-hmm.
commitment with you, and I heard a lot of that, and and one moment I started to think, well, I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to like wait until I find all the band
The
members,
right people.
and
No, I'm
I'm gonna.
absolutely with you. I'm absolutely with
Yes.
you. It's better because it's also, my thinking is also, it's easier to find the right people once you have something out and you can say, okay, this is the music I want to do, and this is what I'm burning for, and then people can listen to it and see, oh yeah, you want to do this. Oh, this is interesting, or especially because you're not. So you're not straight metal. You are not metalcore. You're kind of a mixture, and I can clearly hear all the things you said in the beginning. Your influences I can hear there because. The last song I heard from you, of course, here, We Are the Difference. It has, it has kind of screamo vocals, and when there is a clean chorus and stuff, so it's kind of appealing to a lot of different people. It's not, I don't know how it is in Brazil, where you are. Here in Germany, sometimes you have this like, oh, this is not true death metal, and this is not true that, and this is not, when people are like, okay, when it's not true, then I don't listen to it because you're a traitor. Because you kind of, step over the boundaries and don't do the real thing. I think this is really stupid, but I can relate to this because I think this was your struggle to find people who kind of think out of a box, but I think you did exactly the right thing to do something rather than waiting for all the right people coming together, because then you had something to show for, you had something to, this is what I want to do.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's the point. Because I mean, even the bands that are famous, they like fight, they like separate because different point of views, and this happens all the time. Imagine a guy that is in his room writing a couple of songs and try to call other people to join a band. This is very difficult. And then I decided to, I need to do this, and I will do this. And I think we are doing great now. I think our most difficult times was in the past when the band separated. But now with this lineup, the 4-piece band, I think we are doing fine.
Yeah, I'm just checking your stats. You're doing well. You're well liked in Sao Paulo and in Belo Horizonte.
Yeah.
I think this is where you live, right? Belo Horizonte?
Yes, that's my town.
And Rio de Janeiro and Brasilia and Barcelona. So this is the European one. But you sing in English, yeah. You could also do, of course, in Spanish, but yeah. By the way, what's
I think we have more our.
Sorry. You were just breaking up. Can you close any programs on your computer so that the network is really I mean you said this before, but if you can close anything, you were breaking up. What were you just saying? Can you please repeat it?
Yes, I think our audience, it's especially on Spotify and YouTube. I think our audience it's bigger in Europe than here in Brazil. I think at least this is what Spotify for Artists tell us.
Yeah. So what's the scene like in Brazil? So what's the famous? I mean, or not? What's the the popular genres in your country? Because I don't know metal wise.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you are talking about rock and metal, we have talking about popular music in Brazil. It's not rock, it's not metal. It's like samba. It's like we have a lot of like MPB, which is, I mean, I don't like, it's not my style, but we have great musicians now and in the past, famous musicians around the world. But I mean, it's really difficult to have like the audience that you need for a band to survive. A metal band, especially if you sing in English. The market is really close for this kind of music here. I mean, we have a lot of festivals. We have a lot of underground festivals. We have like some mainstream festivals, but I mean, they are like they prefer like bring a metal band, international metal band here, than like open space for the underground scene. We have a lot of great bands here in Brazil, here in my town. The metal scene, the underground metal scene is really, really good here. We have like great bands, great musicians, and they are working very hard. But I mean, I think, and it's my opinion, we don't have too much attention like in some places in Europe, for example, in Denmark, or I think even in Germany, the metal scene is bigger than here in Brazil.
Yeah, Germany has the biggest metal festival of the world, so Wacken. I guess you have heard of it.
Wacken.
So
Yeah, sure.
metal is quite popular. I mean, it's not mainstream. Yeah, I mean, here's like electro pop music or something is more popular, but it's not uncommon. What for me is always like a band like Rammstein, for example, seems to do quite well in South America, and so they seem to be quite popular there. I'm always surprised by that, because you just said, you are more the audience, the general audience is more samba and whatever, and then such a band like Rammstein is doing quite well over there. So I don't really get it, but yeah.
Yeah, just like, for example, Rammstein, last year, I think, no, I mean like 2019, they were on a tour, on a stadium tour, like playing in a lot of stadiums around Germany. I think this is crazy, man. We don't see this kind of thing related to metal bands here in Brazil. Even popular artists here in Brazil, it's really difficult to like fill a stadium. A lot of people on a stage, on a football stadium, on a metal show. It's really difficult here, and we see this a lot in Europe.
So how are you? I mean, I know, of course, we are still in the pandemic, so I guess there is no shows at the moment. Also in in Brazil, right?
Yeah.
So how? But before the pandemic, how was it? How tough was it for you to get some gigs or so? How could you? Do you have like an agent who helps you, or is it just word of mouth? And underground festivals and stuff like you just talked about. How were you able to score some gigs? That's my question.
Yes. Well, we have a lot of great bands, but also we have a lot of great people working on the underground scene, like the press. People work on the press. People work as a book agent, and I mean they really work. They work really hard to survive as well. And right after we released the EP Remains, we did a mini tour on São Paulo, with Net. And
can you
small gigs.
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it? You were just breaking up as you were saying about your mini tour.
Oh yes, are you here now?
I hear you now. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry.
So right after we released the EP Remains, we did a mini tour on São Paulo state. A lot of cities in São Paulo. We did small gigs in small places. It was great. It was good because we started to build an audience. We started to collect fans abroad, not just here in our town. It was really good. And then at the end of 2018, the band separated. Three guys of the band we split out. And then we have to, me and the drummer, we had to start like almost at the beginning,
Hmm.
almost from zero. And then we met like Lucas, which is the singer, and Albert, which is the bass player, and we started to work on new things. So 2019, we recorded a single, Resilience, and we started to rehearse it for like some gigs. But at the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020, like the pandemic, we had
Hmm.
plans to
Hmm.
like book another tour, another mini tour, because we have couple of songs yet. We don't have like our album, a full album
Hmm.
yet, but we do like pocket shows, and we had plans before the pandemic to booking a tour here in Brazil, but the story is there.
Hmm. Yeah, no, okay. So that's unfortunate. Um, I told you before that I'm not gonna ask stupid interview questions, but one
Yeah,
stupid interview questions I'm gonna ask you, and sorry for that because you might have heard it a couple of times already. Um, April 21st is the name of your band. Why is it
yeah.
April 21st?
Well, I wanted a name that something related to where the band were created. I wanted a name representing something related to Brazil, related to my state, related to my town, the place that I live. And so we had this guy. He was called Joaquim José da Silva Xavier. It's his name.
Hmm.
It's also known
Okay.
as Tiradentes.
Don't ask
Yes,
me
it's also
to
known
repeat
as.
it.
Yeah, of course not.
I heard
Uh,
Rafia. Okay, this I can remember, but yeah, otherwise
yeah,
you have
it's
long
like
you have long names.
if you say in English, you will say like Joaquin, or in
Hmm.
Spanish. Do you know like
Ah,
the guy that played
Joachim.
Joker?
In German, you would
Yeah,
say Joachim. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Joachim. Joachim.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of that. So this guy was like he fought against the Portuguese colony in the past,
Hmm.
and in the April 21st, I think it's 1792. I don't remember. I think, yeah, 1792. He was hanged,
Hmm.
and his body pieces was like spread
Oh. Okay.
around of cities, And it's not like, oh, this is something to remember that guy. No, it's something to represent the place where the band was formed. I mean, I live in Belo Horizonte.
Hmm.
This is the city, and the state is Minas Gerais. Minas Gerais is the state
Hmm.
in Brazil. So it's kind of represents a special date, a special moment in our history. It's
Hmm.
something like that.
And
I
does it
think
has?
I explained.
Yeah, I think I got it. And it also seems like you seem to have like a lot of rebellious themes and stuff. So in your songs, we are the difference, we are the resistance, and all these things. So this kind of connects with your band name. So you're kind of a little bit against it.
Well, no, it's not. It's not intention.
Okay.
For example, our first EP, which has like 5 songs, most of them talk conflicts. For example, on Syria,
Hmm.
because when I wrote that songs, I was like, it was in evidence in the war, this kind of war, civil war, and then I wrote a lot of songs related to this thing. But also, those songs is not just about war; it's about hope.
Hmm.
And after that, like resilience, like we are the difference. Those songs talks about like right now we are trying to write songs that encourages people to pursue their dreams. To I mean, if you want to do something, if you like work hard, you can do anything. This is what which we are trying to say. It's not something related to violence or something related to like conflicts. We kind of change our way to write songs, then we are write more. Because in the past, I wrote a lot of songs by myself, but now we are kind of writing songs as a band, and we are kind of we are trying to create this artist context that we talk about. For example, dreams. We talk about you can do anything you want. You are able to realize your dreams. You are able to yeah. That's the thing we are trying to do.
Like
Encourage people.
a positive message.
Positive things. Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
The funny thought, as a preparation of our talk, I was watching your video for "We Are the Difference," and I was like, okay, the one guy has a tiki torch. I was like, okay, I don't know when you filmed this video, because they became infamous after this incident in the United States. Where all these right wingers had tiki torches and stuff. I don't know if you heard about it. I guess not.
You mean the app TikTok?
No. Tiki torches. The guy. One of the guy
torches,
is carrying a torch. I was like, oh man, this
That's
was
me.
a tiki. That's you. Yeah.
That was me. Yeah.
The tiki torch, but I guess this has nothing to do with the right wing stuff
No.
Trump.
To be honest, I haven't heard about it. I mean, it's not related.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just a coincidence, but I had to smile a little bit because it was okay. This was unintentional. I'm pretty sure.
Such a coincidence.
Yeah. But yeah, actually, while because we talked about it a little bit already, it's like you seem to do quite well with your with your online presence. You seem to do quite well on Spotify, and you have also on YouTube. You have cool videos. They are well done. So I don't know the count. I have to admit I watched them, but I haven't watched how much we were viewed and stuff. But yeah, you seem to be quite well. But this is all you. You don't have a label. You don't have any promotional agent or something.
No, we don't have a label, at least yet. I mean, it will be great if we have a label, because it's kind of open a lot of doors. It's kind of puts you in front of a broader audience, But we are trying to grow organically, and we are doing single by single, because we research a lot of the things that we are going on in music markets right now, and we know that if we go to the studio, like record 10, 12 songs, put all of them on an album and then release, we're going to waste time, we're going to waste money, and we will not have like the audience that we want to, because it's a lot of work, but we don't have like enough audience right now to put like an album. We are releasing single by step, because this is how we are believe that is going to work right now. So talking about the videos that you mentioned, those the free videos, Resilience, Coldest July, and We Are the Difference. They were edited and produced by Lucas, which is our singer. He's also like a video maker.
That's good. So it's kind of in-house working. That's good. Cutting some corners.
It saves money.
Exactly.
Saves money.
Because this would be my next kind of question is, your production value is quite good. So you seem, I read somewhere there is I forget the name of a studio. This sounded like a famous studio So
Yeah.
it seems like you really put in some. I mean, not it seems like you put in a lot of effort in making a good sounding thing. So. And it seems also like you have to already have a strategy, because today it's not like people would, wait for an album from a not so well known band. So it's better to have a single once every, I don't know, month or so, or so that you kind of, put a little hit out, and people see it again, and then you can say, oh, the new single is out, and then you can make a little campaign here and stuff. I mean, if you're a big band like Rammstein, once every 13 years you can put out an album and people would still listen to it. But if you're a
Yeah.
little bit smaller, you need to. So you seem to do it quite well, and it's also, of course, good that you have your singer editing the videos, because this is also very costly. You already answered kind of my other question. So you're not living from music yet, because you're still too small for this yet.
Yes, yes, we are on the path.
Mm.
This is our goal. We want to like tour. We want
Hmm.
to. We have our merch. We are growing our audience online, and as soon as we are able to, playing live, we are going to book some gigs, not just here in Brazil, but we have some contacts in Europe as well.
Hmm.
And I just wanna talk about the producer
Yeah,
that you
exactly.
have
Because the
mentioned, the
mixing and
studio.
mastering is really good from the studio. I mean, your sound is really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, we have a lot of great bands and on the underground scene here in Brazil, and we have like great studios, music studios, and but our first EP, the quality is like, I mean, it was like, how can I say? It was like the first experience.
Hmm.
That's the best term.
It
It was
wasn't
like a first
that it
experience.
wasn't perfect. Let's put it
Yes,
this way,
it
maybe.
wasn't perfect. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have like great songs, we have like great riffs, we have like great back vocal lines, guitar solos, but I mean, let's be honest, and it was like first experience, and the result was not like, oh, this is so good. I mean, what can I say? Lessons were learned, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that, I decided, man, when we split out the band, like the guys left the band, I told the drummer, man, we will come back, but we have to come back bigger. We have to come
Mm-hmm.
back like we have to do things more professionally. We have to do things with more quality, And then, I mean, the third thing that I thought was, we have to find a producer. We have to
Mm-hmm.
find a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter. We have
Mm-hmm.
to find
Mm.
someone
A
that
person. A
have
person.
a person. Yes, we have to find a person that will produce our sound, that will like guide us to a better sound, to better
Mm-hmm.
quality, to better structure. Like the songs will be right, like more. How can I say? More well written.
Yeah,
The song will
more
be like,
accessible, maybe also. We're
yes,
not so. This is what I said in the beginning, where I can see. You are a mixture of different genres. It's not really just one genre you put in there. It's you're not true metal, but you're not pop music either. But you kind of bridge the gap a little bit, and so it's I understand that people maybe not uh, too enthusiastic about it, because you're not the normal kind. You're not just true metal, or you're not true pop. You're kind of in the middle. But I
yeah,
like this a lot. I like this. For me, this is genre. you're pushing genre boundaries and stuff. You know, you're not in your little or it needs to be like this, otherwise it's not good or so. I like it when, for me, from where I'm from, you are more in the niche because I'm more in gothic, dark wave, and industrial metal. This is kind of my thing. I have a radio show where I play music.
Yeah, I know.
And this is my usual stuff. So you're a little bit on the fringes, but you fit in perfectly there because you're not just one genre. You're kind of your kind of poppy attitude is perfect for what I'm doing. That's why you're also in my playlist again, because you fit in there perfectly. And I hope you get discovered and you get a few more listeners through this. So because I like it if you're not so, if not everything is set in stone. For me, music is a big playground, and you can go every direction where you want, and it's not just, oh, this is only true if you do it like this. And if everyone would have said like this, we would have never had punk rock or we still would play blues. Basically,
Sure.
like you said, Pantera, we did glam rock before, I don't know if you know their old stuff. It was really like, I would have never listened to Pantera if they would have kept this and like not evolved to somewhere.
Yeah.
And this is where I really think that the audience sometimes don't get that, you need to start out somewhere, but then you evolve and you get better and you know better what you want and you get better on your instrument and how you do it. So, but anyway, maybe we have not finished really your mixing and mastering. So how did you find the person who does your mixes now? Because they are really good.
Yes. So, and then, as I was saying that I thought that, well, we have to come back bigger. We have to find like who will produce us, and I mean, and then I went to that studio like 3 years ago, right after we recorded the first EP, and then I went there to looking for some like live sessions, and then because I heard about the studio, I saw some pictures, I saw that a lot of famous musicians here in Brazil they produce there, and then man, let's go there, let's see. And then I met the Bruno, which is our producer today, and we have like, especially, I mean, with me, not just the rest of the band, we like the same bands, but especially with me and Bruno, we have like this connection related to some bands that we have the same taste. For example, Trivium, August Burns Red, which is another band that we like a lot. And when then we start to talk, but it was like for us back then, it was like expensive to do this kind of work with them. But then, I mean, as I thought, well, we have to do something bigger. And then I thought, well, we have to do it. We have to go on that studio. We have to produce with this guy because I think this is gonna be great because we have like the same taste. They have the resources. They have like a great background. Let's do with them. And then we started to produce, and we recorded with them 3 singles: Resilience, Cold as July, and We Are the Givers. And we are recording more songs at the moment. I mean, it's like I'm revealing for you right now that we are in the process to recording more songs. Yeah.
But this is what you should do anyway, I mean, this is how you could use this time off, basically the best you can do, I'm talking with a lot of bands, and this is actually what everyone does. We're kind of doing new material or working on something because, the world is on pause at the moment. There is nothing you can really do. Maybe one. Okay, let's get into this. Did you ever consider doing live streaming concerts or something like this? Because this could be an alternative to, because you cannot play live, but you could stream it live. Have you thought about it, or is it not viable for you?
Yes, we've thought about it. We released two singles in the middle of this pandemic, in July and in November, and then we thought a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
But for a metal band, it's different. It's more difficult to put a live gig. I have seen a lot of bands this past year playing live, like Trivium, like Ginger, like a lot of bands.
They
Like
played also
Fit
here.
for a
Ginger
King,
played in
August.
my hometown. Yeah.
Yeah. So and one thing that I saw it's in common with all of them is that the lives are like real shows, like real gigs. They are on a stage. They have the lights. They have producer. It's like a real gig, but without the audience. And for us, if to do something like that, we have to do something great as well. We have to do something good, like the same production with the same quality. Because if we go to like a studio, if we go to like somewhere without the proper infrastructure, it won't be good. But yes, we are kind of preparing something like this. I will not say too much right now.
Okay,
But
then I'm not
yes,
gonna
it's something
ask
that is on
anymore.
our radar.
I see. Yeah, and I don't know. Just a short follow-up question: how is the things in with the pandemic? Because here in Germany, they started with a vaccination. They kind of got the vaccine. So how is it in Brazil at the moment? Do you have a vaccine as well? And do
Yes.
they start to inject people?
Well, I think they are going to start the vaccination next. Maybe the end of January, I
Okay.
think. But we are facing, like, we have too much trouble on our politics, and they fight a lot. And it's like a game for them. Which company will provide the vaccine? And we kind of behind of the rest of the world, not just Europe, not just United States, but also we are behind compared to other countries in South America, like Argentina. But I hope that but we don't have like a controlled situation right now, and the cases are rising again, which is really bad because months ago they started to reopen the cities, like the business, and because it was almost was shut down, and now they are talking again to shut it down, to close a lot of business because the cases are up rising,
Yeah,
and I'm
here's
very worried about it, especially because we don't have like a public a public policy. Sorry, we don't have like a policy that will, in my point of view, will work well to prevent cases to rising. And I don't know. It's a really hard situation we are facing here in Brazil.
I see. Yeah, sorry. Here in Germany, the same happened as well. The numbers are rising. The only difference is they started the vaccination already, the process, but it's very slow. So it will be at least until end of summer, that there will be some differences, but we are on lockdown at the moment as well. Anyway, let's talk about some nicer things and, let's think not about it so much. I wanted to ask you a more personal question, and if you don't want to answer it, you don't need to answer it, but it's kind of your name is Herbert. That's a very German name. Do you have any German ancestors or something?
Oh no. I mean, I don't really know the
Okay.
story behind this because my mother said something, my sister said another thing, and I don't really know, where this comes from. But yeah, in Germany you say Herbert,
Herbert,
right?
yeah. In English, it would be
Yes,
Herbert.
yes, Herbert.
Hmm.
And here in Brazil, it's kind of similar to Germany. We say Herbert, which
Hmm.
is my favorite. Some people say Herbert without the H,
Without the
right?
H, yeah, like more like
And
French would say. Mm.
yes, French, yes.
Mm.
But the funny is that uh, uh, my surname is Viana, Herbert Viana, right?
Hmm.
And we have a famous musician here in Brazil named Herbert Viana.
Oh, so
I
you
mean,
got mistaken quite often.
I
You should choose
I
your
get
name.
this a lot. If I used to joke that if I receive one like penny, $1, it doesn't matter. Each time that someone jokes with me about comparing me to this other guy, I will be rich by now
Hmm.
because it's all the time. Oh, you're Rebel Viana. Oh, okay.
I see. I
The
see.
guy from that band, yes. I
Hmm.
mean, it's I mean, I don't like I for me it's fine right now. I don't care anymore, but it's a funny situation.
Yeah, it can be
I thought
worse.
I thought a lot about that when I
Mm.
started. I thought a lot about that when I started the band because I mean it's strange, it's weird when your artistic name is the same as another famous
Hmm.
person. And I thought, well, which name I'm going to use because there is another guy with the same name and he's already famous. What can I do? And then in some social networks, I just use Herbert. I don't
Mm.
use my last name. But I mean, in the band, for example, in our release, I don't use my whole name. I just use the first name. And but some social networks like YouTube or something like that, I use do.
You're using Duke. Sorry, you were breaking up. I was just checking your bio on Spotify, what you put in there, but I couldn't find it. So you were just breaking up.
Uh,
Hello?
with the band, I just use the first name.
Sorry, I missed a lot of this. You were saying you using different names in different social media outlets. This is the last thing
Yes,
I heard.
yes. Related to the band, I just use my first name. For
Hmm.
example, in the band bio,
Hmm.
on the band release, I use my first name. But I have some like a personal profile, which I use my first name and the last name, which is the same of this other guy,
Hmm.
which is famous.
Hmm. Okay.
What
Uh,
can I do? Is my name. I There's nothing I
exactly.
can do, right?
No. I knew a guy. You said you lived in the UK, and I knew a guy from the UK. His legal name is Rowan Atkinson, like Mr.
Yeah.
Bean, and so
Yes, Mr. Beast.
he used his name a lot to get some good reservations in in a restaurant or something. Rowan Atkinson is coming and stuff. So and he was Rowan Atkinson. He was not there. Rowan Atkinson, not Mr. Bean. So I mean, you can use it maybe
Right.
to your advantage, and then kind of, hello. If you want to make some gigs, you just say, I'm here. I want to play here in
Yeah.
this bar or something. But the problem is, I guess,
Yeah.
he makes some different music than you, so it will not really work.
Yes. So it's we have like some stories. For example, I don't know if I have time to
Yeah, of
like
course. Just go
two
go ahead.
minutes to tell them. Yes. I was living in São Paulo like 10 years ago, And this guy that is famous, that
Hmm.
has a Herbert, another Herbert Viana, that has it's a pop rock band. It's very famous here in Brazil.
Hmm.
So he had a flight accident. He was the pilot, and he had a flight accident with his wife, and unfortunately, his wife passed away on this accident. And then he's on a wheelchair today. He's
Oh
still
wow.
alive. He's still singing with his band, but he's on a wheelchair. And then I was living in São Paulo, and I called to a taxi. What's the here in Brazil? It's taxi.
Yeah,
It's a
a taxi.
cabinet,
I know
like the
a
car.
cab.
Yeah, taxi. Yeah, yeah, cab. So I called the company asking for a cab, and then they sent a cab prepared for wheelchair with like big doors. And when the guy saw me, oh, is that you? Yeah, it's me. You think what? Oh, I think it was the famous, the other guy. It's true. It's a
But
true
it's
story.
but it's very considerate. I mean, it's actually
Yeah,
not. I mean, it's not. I thought they would have sent a stretch limo or something, some big car, some big fancy car or
yeah,
something. But no, I mean, this is actually quite nice. So we thought about it.
yeah.
Um, Let me see. I'm actually through with questions I kind of had prepared. So if you have some more interesting stories, you can share them now. Or I mean, you had maybe you were lucky with as you were still playing live with your band. Do you have any live incidents or something where something funny happened on stage, which you can share or you want to share? Or if you don't, that's fine as well.
It's more like a tragic, a sad story, at least for me. We were on this gig in on a small venue in a city near to São Paulo, and
You're breaking.
then
You
we started to. Sorry.
you're just breaking up. Sorry. Now it's better again. Oh man, the connection is really not
Oh, the
not that
connection.
good.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry about
Yeah,
that, man.
that's not your fault.
Yeah.
Maybe tell the last story, and then we just stop for today. And you said before that you have connections in Germany. So if you ever come over here, I'm gonna meet you, and I'm gonna see you live. Hopefully, when you're touring
Sure. I
Germany.
hope so.
So I mean, I will do my best. Like I said. If you want, please send me your songs and I can play them in my radio show as well. So they're not just in my playlist, but also on my radio show. And I can give you a shout out there. So,
Sure.
I'm trying to my best to kind of, I like the underground but the underground needs some recognition as well because, you need people to want to see you, and then clubs will book you basically once they
Yeah.
can again.
Sure. Of course. I'm count with that. I hope to see you soon in Germany.
Pardon me.
I hope to see you soon in
Ah, yeah,
German. I'm count with that.
you're counting on that. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe give us the last funny story, and then we stop because yeah, the connection is really bad, and people
Yeah.
might not understand so much.
Yeah. I know. I understand. Understand. Well, we were on this small venue on a gig in a city near to São Paulo, and then the guy from the house started to rushing us. Oh, you have to do this quickly. You have to play like you just have like 30 minutes, like 20 minutes, like this kind of thing, because we have a lot of another thing going on after the gig, and you have to do this quickly. Okay, so we started um, um, to begin the show, like sound check and this kind of stuff.
Hmm.
And then someone, I don't know why, someone turn off the light, like the control the control plane of the place. There's a
Yep.
center place, and then they turn off the lights. I don't know why. And I do have a camper. Do you know camper? It's a
Yep,
German.
I know.
Yes.
A small amp. Yeah.
Yes, it's amazing. I love it. So I was using that on a gig, and then when the guy turned off the lights and they turn it on again, my camper did not start anymore. It was like on a loop.
So
And
so
I thought,
they cut the
what
electricity.
happens?
They cut the electricity.
Yes, they cut the electricity, and then it's like my camper, like just died. Yeah.
Oh man.
And then I had to do like a gig using another amplifier. It wasn't so good. And then I was
was
with
not your
like
sound.
was like my sound, and I was hearing the singer, the voice, with a really bad sound in my returning. And then after the gig, I asked the singer, "Man, what happened with your voice?" And he told me, "Oh, my microphone was broken." Oh man, come on, really? Your
But
mic
you
was
did it.
broken. My camper was broken, but we did it. And it was, I mean, in terms of energy, in terms of like the audience, it's really good. The energy, we have some videos.
That's see this is where you're cut out to be a pro, because even with these really bad circumstances, you made a great concert. So thank you, Herbert. I'm really happy that you had time for me, but the connection is not that good, and I fear it will become worse, because you're now in Germany now. A lot of people gonna watch TV and stuff, I guess, so it will be even worse. So thank you very much. I will get in touch with you later and tell you all the details about the video, and of course I want to play you in my radio show, and and you're in my playlist anyway. So all the best. I cannot speak Portuguese. I can only do a little Spanish impression.
You can say obrigado, which means tanka, I think.
Obrigado.
Yes.
Obrigado. Obrigado, Herbert. Nice to meet you, and please continue doing your great music. I want to hear more of it in the future, and if everything works out, I want to see you over here in Germany. In Wacken, of course. Wacken.
Sure.
Wacken.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for the invitation.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. Bye-bye.